You ever been so hot in London, Dane?
No, it's actually quite weird, this weather, because when we come here, in that November time, it's pretty dark and cold, but yeah, no, it's good to get some sun,
How good is the challenge of the Springboks, I suppose, on the eve of the big one in France? Is it good to kind of get that benchmark heading into the World Cup?
Yeah, it creates a good intensity through the week, and like the World Cup's not going anywhere, so it just puts a real clear focus for us to actually worry about playing the Boks at Twickenham, and then we can worry about the World Cup after that. So it's a good standard, and they've come up with a good win too against Wales. So we're looking forward to it.
What do you make of your former coach linking up with the Wallabies?
Who's that?
Steve Hansen.
Yeah. Well, actually.
Yeah.
Well, like in camp kind of set up.
Yeah.
He has to turn up to the game.
A few days.
He might not be paid. What are your thoughts?
Shit, what are you up to? Oh, that hurts a little bit, to be fair. I'm actually gobsmacked. I know he's quite tight with Fede. I think they're pretty good mates, but he's a bit of an icon in the All Blacks setup, and yeah, mate. Yeah, I'm actually a bit speechless, but a bit disappointing about that. We can't do much about that. It's,
does it sting a little, given what he's brought to the All Blacks?
Yeah, it does kind of bit. He's a great man. And I'm actually gobsmacked. I don't know. I thought you guys were taking him in a bit of a laugh, but mate, yeah. He's not obviously in the environment at the moment, so we just have to kind of leave it, and I suppose he can help out Eddie. Hopefully he doesn't tell Eddie all our secrets, but I think he'll be respectful, that's the main thing. If he's respectful, and which I think he will to the All Blacks, I think there'll be no problems. Yeah, that's just me trying to process what you just said.
Sorry,
no.
Would you go work for Eddie Jones?
I'm actually looking for a job. Nah. Yeah, he obviously, he's a unique man, and he I suppose, obviously the media press conferences and that, he's loves to have a yarn, but mate, like that's nothing to do with us. We're the All Blacks. We can't do much about what the Aussies are up to, and like I said, our clear focus is in playing the Boks this week.
Dane, last game for you at Twickenham this week. Does that ground hold special memories given 2015?
Yeah, it does. Even like we stayed here for a bit as well. Like there's a few photos on the wall. It was quite cool to come back, and it's a good feel. Obviously, it doesn't guarantee you're going to get the result, but there's always special memories of that 15 team, and being a part of that was. And Twickenham's a great ground to play, and I think playing the Boks there will be extra special. So it'll be good.
Crammed full of sort of expats you expect on Friday night?
Yeah, a few drunk Kiwis. It's always a good crowd. I love how the Kiwis come out, and went for a walk around the town yesterday, and there was someone on the top of a building, shirt off, with a big Kiwi flag outside and yelling out. It was awesome. It's a unique and a lot of history around the ground, and hopefully get some good Kiwi support.
Dane, on the eve of a World Cup like this, is there any, from players' perspective, any worries about getting injured or suspended, having that taken away from you?
I think if you go into like that fair bit, like of getting injured, that's when you probably will get injured. You just got to treat it like another game, but you can't control that. Like, especially, I can probably speak for that question. I've been an older athlete having a few injuries. Like I can't control. You can just control your effort and the things you're putting in during the week, and things will just take care of themselves. And obviously the World Cup's a very unique kind of competition, but obviously being a part of it, there's a lot of pressure and edge that goes into it, and that's enough you don't have to be worrying about your body, and you just do everything you can to get on the pitch and put the effort in and all the rehab and hard work, and you'll be fine.
Looking after the calves then?
Yeah, definitely looking after the calves. 3 more months, mate. 3 more months. But it's there's a lot of boys that put the extra work in to make sure our bodies are primed for game day.
This is your third World Cup campaign. How's it feeling at this point as opposed to the other ones?
Yeah, like at the moment, like being named, it was a pretty proud moment. And for me, like obviously we're not there yet, but just trying to. For me, especially this year being my kind of final year, the emotion side, I feel like if you build it up too much, it just gets a hold of you and it affects your performance. Like I've just got to cherish each day. Like it's like how lucky I might have been my third, hopefully going to the third World Cup, and that's the way I look at it. Just really grateful, and whatever happens, happens. I'm playing. If I'm not playing, I'm still part of this All Black team, and that's what probably means the most to me. So, yeah, and that kind of take care of itself. I'm not trying to build it up to a big. There's enough pressure and edge, going into World Cup and worrying about final this, final that. Yeah, just treat it like put your feet on the ground and keep working and do the best for the team.
You been giving much advice to some of the young fellas who it's their first time around?
Yeah, we've had a couple of sessions of trying to pass a bit of knowledge and not overrule them as well. It's probably crucial they experience that stuff like firsthand as well. So yeah, little conversations with the front row boys and stuff like that, but nothing too overpowering. And like you said, it's because we're not quite there yet. All our focus is going into the box game, but we'll have a time and a place to have a yarn and pass on a bit of knowledge from the older fellas.
And the Box have just named their team. You're up against Malcolm Marx
Yeah.
in the front row. Just a word on him and what sort of challenge he brings to the opponent.
Yeah, he's a special player, I reckon. No, I watched that Wales game and great set piece, great over the ball, made a couple of good runs too. So yeah, it's actually a bit of a privilege to go up against Malcolm. I haven't played the Box in a long time, 3 or 4 years. So I'm actually looking forward to it if I get named. So yeah, hopefully be a great challenge.
We've seen a couple of cards for shoulder to head contact. Is the tackle technique and ensuring that doesn't happen? Like, how much focus as players do you still put on that, or do you have to kind of trust yourselves to know how to get it right?
We put a lot of work into it. It's because if you don't get it right, it's hard to win an international test footy with 13, 14 players. So we do put a lot of effort, and it's highlighted through Stormy. We're trying to get their tackle quite right. And it's just practice. Honestly, it's just like you just got to put yourself in those situations and get your body height down. That's as simple as it. And sometimes if you get it wrong, you're gone. So, especially going into a big tournament, getting someone sent off or something, that makes a massive difference in the result. So yeah, there's enough, I suppose, to chat about it. So I know the boys are all over it and trying to do their best to get it right.
How much has that changed over the past decade or so you've been involved in it?
Hugely. You could get away with it. That was probably celebrated a big hit around the head 10 years ago, but now it's I suppose people taking care of people's heads and just getting the tackle height right. Yeah, but it's definitely changed, which it's a good thing.
Thanks, Dane.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Dane.
Dane.
Sorry about those.
Good. Thanks, bro.